I think I was inspired by a game, why am I blanking on the word? Oh god. Why am I thinking game show? That's not what I mean. Like a PC game. Oh, Jesus. Video game. Oh, god. Hi, I'm Robi, also known as ambroscrochet somewhere on the internet, and today I'm going to show you some of the things that I crocheted for a market that ended up not happening. Now, the fact that the market didn't happen isn't really that big of a deal, considering that the reason why it didn't happen is because the weather was so bad that there was actually flooding in quite a few places. So, the market not happening, not really that important, but I just thought, I can't show these things anybody else, so I'm gonna show you. Okay, so first of all, I feel like I have to mention I'm starting to think it's my fault if these markets don't happen, because so I'm on Instagram, which you can follow me on Instagram if you want to, and this is the second time that this happens to me. Both times, so the markets get cancelled because there is bad weather. Both times I mentioned that I had that market coming up in my Instagram stories. So I'm starting to think me trying to promote myself is actually what's causing the bad weather. Definitely not climate change. It's me. I'm sure that's it. Okay, so let's just get started, shall we? I wish I could know like which one you would want me to start with, but I guess I'll just have to take a wild guess. So first things first, we have this unicorn, which I haven't shown you yet anywhere, I don't think. And so the story behind the unicorn is, ever since I made the sleeping dragon, I actually wanted to make a sleeping unicorn, and I'm not 100% satisfied with the pattern, I don't think, but I do think it looks quite cute. And actually looking at it right now, I'm thinking if I added some very small wings, that could possibly make the pattern what I want it to be. And one difference from this one and my usual, or the way that I've tried to make unicorns so far, so for example I made this one, which yes, I do think it is really cute, but I think the yarn is doing most of the work here. So if this were in acrylic, I don't think it would be as cute. So I don't know if I'm taking it as a win, but you can see I made the mane and the tail by making some curls, and with this one I just made some chains, and I do like it actually. I think it looks a little bit more hair-like, if you will, and what I really like, to be honest, is the gradient of the colors. I think it looks really cute. So yeah, I'm satisfied with it, but I'm kind of, I don't know, I'll see if I can make it better. Okay, so next we have the smaller dragon. So this is a smaller version of the big dragon. I have a tutorial for it, and I think it looks really cute even in the smaller version. I actually think it probably looks a little bit cuter in the smaller version, and I used the safety eyes because someone in my comments mentioned that they were using safety eyes, and I was curious to see what it would look like, and I think it looks really cute. I think I'm glad that the pattern still works even when you resize it. And if you ever want to resize patterns, usually you basically follow the same logic of the pattern, but you make less rounds. So for example, instead of going up to 24 stitches for the muzzle, I went up to 18 and then kind of worked off of that. And I'm gonna get you the bigger dragon for comparison. So yeah, I mean, it's quite the difference. This is great. These are great shots. Professionalism. Okay, next, what can I show you? I'm going to show you the fox. So this fox is probably, okay, so it's not really my usual style of amigurumis. I've had this pattern for a while, and it's my own pattern, and I think I was inspired by a game, why am I blanking on the word? Oh god. Why am I thinking game show? That's not what I mean. Like a PC game. Oh, Jesus. Video game. God. Okay, so if I remember correctly, I was inspired by a video game that had a design for a fox that was somewhat close to this one. I would have usually gone for, kind of like a rounder head, for example, while this is very triangular. So, but I really like this pattern, which is why I haven't changed it, and I don't think I will. I think this is like my go-to kind of like fox pattern. I will pick up the hedgehog in a second, don't worry. But speaking of foxes, I wanted to show you this one that I made. So, okay, hear me out. it's not great because it's not. First of all, the orange isn't translating on camera at all. It's actually like very bright as an orange, but I wanted to make a sleeping fox and I had this velvety orange yarn lying around and I didn't know what to do with it, so I thought, you know, that could work. But when it comes to this pattern specifically, I didn't even write it down because it's not very refined, if you will, and the yarn is doing all of the work. But I mean, it still looks, I think it still looks cute enough that I would bring it with me to a market. And yeah, I mean, it's still cute. I tried obviously to make it as cute as possible still, but I didn't really think much about it. The tail is very majestic, I will say, and yeah, I mean, it still looks cute, but I really want to work on a sleeping fox pattern. Specifically, I really want to make, you know how foxes sleep like in a circle? I really want to try and make that, but I still haven't figured out how to do that. So once I do, I'll let you know. And next I'm going to show you these two. I think I have some clips to throw in here. And so basically I have a tutorial for a way bigger hedgehog, and the reason why I decided to make a smaller one, or actually two smaller ones, is because first of all, around Christmas I want to say, someone requested a smaller hedgehog and I was in such a rush that I didn't have time to like take pictures or anything, so I really wanted to make a new one. And I also found that when it comes to the bigger hedgehog, okay, it takes me 3 hours just to put the spikes in, and obviously that means that it will be more expensive, and sometimes people kind of don't get why it's so expensive compared to other amigurumis. Obviously, you know, they ask and that's fine, but I figured if you don't want to spend as much but you still want a hedgehog, I am going to make some smaller versions, so you know, that could work for someone. Maybe I don't know yet, but I will let you know. So next we have the penguins, so all 3 of them, and this is my new penguin pattern. I kind of fixed the old one that I had that didn't have as much of the black rounds, and I like it better now that you can kind of see the head a little bit better, and I think it also emphasizes no, that sounds weird. I don't know. It also gives more value to the color changes, so I like it a lot better. And I made 2 of them in acrylic and then 1 in chenille, so you know, a little bit of choice. And then maybe you've seen this one. I made 1 turtle, or 2 actually. I'm going to show you the other one as well. So I made 2 turtles in chenille, and then I made a few actually in acrylic, but I can't find the other ones in the box, so I'm gonna share this one. And I added some details and I made them a little bit bigger from my usual turtles. I don't know why, I just felt like it. So yeah, I think these look really cute. I was a little bit skeptical, right? Because skeptic is the noun. When it came to the turtles in chenille, because I didn't know if they would look cute, because, you know, sometimes the texture is a little bit strange for certain animals, but no, it still looks cute because this yarn just looks cute with everything, so there we go. Okay, so this is the first group done. Let's move on to the next because I have a lot. Okay, so before I actually move on, I want to show you this insanity that no one will ever buy, but I still made it because, I don't know, I felt like it. Oh, you can't, okay. So it's a giant unicorn. And no one will ever buy it, like, I don't think so. But still, I felt like making it, so I made it. And isn't that quite neat? Like, I felt like making a giant unicorn and I made one. That's pretty neat, I think. Okay, so here's our second batch of amigurumis. So I made these 2 snakes, and I only made 2 because, you know, they're a bit of a niche kind of interest, I suppose. And I'm obsessed with this color combo. I think it just looks so nice. And what am I doing? Okay, enough. Okay, so I really like it, and I don't know, sometimes I have troubles like visualizing animals, so when I Google them and I apply, you know, because I Googled like snake and I saw, there is a snake with those colors, which I had kind of like a vague image of, but not the exact one, so I wasn't able to replicate it without looking it up, which I don't know why I don't just look things up. I don't know what's my problem with that, but I did it and now it looks better and it looks like a real snake, and I love that. And I also have the tutorial for it on my channel, which is perfect for beginners, by the way. So if you're a beginner or not, I think it's a great pattern. And it also has a friend, so Next I made a bunch of these little bees, and again, if my hand wasn't frozen. And this is also something that I have a tutorial for on my channel, and this is also perfect for beginners because it's very small. It's just got single crochet increases and decreases, and the sewing is very minimal, and I show you how to sew it. So yeah, it's really cute, it's really adorable, and people really do like the bees. So I made a few more. I made, I think, I don't know, like 6 or 7, and people like them because they're small, you can pick one up and it's not like a huge commitment or anything. So I made those, and then I made a few teddy bears because honestly, okay, so when it comes to the teddy bears, I really like them, and I really like this pattern that I've kind of settled on. They're not a huge success, or at least they haven't been so far, but I like them, so I keep making them. So I don't know, maybe someday. It's also like a question when it comes to crowds and stuff. Sometimes people will like certain things, sometimes they won't. So I've kind of given up on predicting what people will like. I just kind of make everything, and then hopefully someone will like something. Next, you might have seen my bunnies. I have the tutorials for them on my channel, and I've mentioned very many times that I love them, and yeah, I have one more, but I don't want to bore you too much, and I'm sure this is boring already. So I didn't want to show you all of them, and now I'm talking about how I don't want to show you all of them, so I'm sure that's better. But still, great pattern, I think, that makes for a great spring Easter amigurumi. So that's nice. And then I have this little guy right here. I made several of them because children really love them usually, and they're very simple to make. Like it's so easy to make one, and with one skein of yarn you can make like 3. So I made a bunch of them, and they're so quick to make, and they kind of fill up the space a little bit. So I made a bunch of them, and I just love them. I don't know, they're so simple, so easy. I don't know, I love them. And then I wanted to show you a little bit better. There is the unicorn. As you can see, like my quest to find a good unicorn has been going on for a long time, and I mean, this was a valiant attempt. I think. I don't know why I haven't remade one just like this one. That's a good question. Like, why don't I stick to things that I like? I don't know. I think, you know what? Maybe it's the eyes that I don't like so much, but still, it's really cute. And yeah. Next, okay. So the big snake it's just making this impossible. So let's just try and go through this. This is my last batch. I think I have more, but first of all, I don't want to bore you, and second of all, they're older ones, so they're not new ones that I made. The snake is also an older one, so let me just... Okay, so it's just a giant Schnee snake, and I had another one which was actually bought, and I appreciated that because I think they're really cute, but they're just not practical, and I get that. Like, I feel you, like if you... Because, and people like them, but parents with children are like, what are we going to do with that? Which, it makes sense. I can sympathize. So it's fine. I just wanted to make it, and I don't know, maybe someone will buy it someday. Then I made this little goose, which if you watched I hesitate to call it a vlog, but I suppose that's what it is. So I vlogged me crocheting a little bit, and I made this, and I have no idea why. it was very early in the morning, and I don't know, I just wanted to make a little goose, and I don't know, it's cute, right? I like it. So so that's enough. So yeah, I don't know, I just wanted to make one. I don't know why. I have no idea, honestly. Sometimes I don't know what goes on in my head most of the time. So then we have this little chenille whale. I actually have a tutorial for the whale on my channel. It's a bit of an older one, but I have it. And whales are actually like, and sea animals in general, I've noticed children tend to like them. So I decided to make a little chenille whale, and it looks very cute. The acrylic one is this one. So I have a pattern for this one specifically, and it's a very old pattern of mine that I was always very proud of because I figured out how to make this shape, which isn't as simple as it looks. So I was very proud of it, and I never changed it because, you know, it works. So next I have something else that's actually fairly popular, I want to say. So people like them, which is the big bees made in chenille. So the pattern isn't the same as the small ones. It's just adjusted. As I mentioned, you just have to increase more, but the logic is the same. And again, these are fairly popular with people because, you know, they're very simple. So the price isn't too high most of the times. And why did I say most of the time? The price isn't too high. But they're still cute. So those next. Okay, so next I have something that I really like, and I like it mostly because of the color scheme. So I really like these colors together, and that goes also for the next amigurumis that I'm going to show you. I made 2 of these. I cannot find the other one. I will post like shorts and stuff of these, so if you want to see everything, I will post them on there, so, or on Instagram, I suppose, so if you want to check them out. But something else that I really do love the color of is this owl right here and this owl right here. So I know it was going to be a spring market, and these are actually very like autumnal, but I wanted to make some autumnal owls. That's my excuse. I wanted to make them, so I made them. So yeah, and these are actually fairly popular too when it comes to markets. I think it's because there are, you know, the stitches that are a little bit different. So I do tend to keep my amigurumis very simple. That's usually my style. But with this one, to simulate, you know, the feathers, I use the crocodile stitch. So I think people like that. So yeah, those are most of the things that I made. Okay, so let's have the big dragon keep you company as I finish this video. What? I'm keeping that in. I'm not cutting it. I don't know what these people do in this building. I don't know. Anyway, so that's the video. I am, you know, the market not happening it's fine. Who cares, you know? There will be another market and we're good. So thank you so much for letting me talk your ear off about some things that I made. I hope this was somewhat interesting, enjoyable. Let me know in the comments. I don't know, is there one that you like best? You can let me know. I won't be offended, I promise. So, you know, if you want to leave a comment, that's always very much appreciated. You know, I don't get to talk about amigurumis much. I don't get to talk about crochet much. Most people don't want to talk about crochet, which, you know, kind of understandable, but still. So if you want to talk about crochet, you can just leave a comment. You can leave a like if you feel like it. If you want to subscribe, that's always very much appreciated. I honestly don't thank you enough because I can see that people are subscribing and that's surprising, so thank you. But I'll stop. I'll see you in the next one. If there is one that you want a tutorial for, just let me know. I will try to make that happen. Try, because, you know, time. But yeah, I'll just see you in the next one, and I hope you have a nice day, and I hope the weather is good. Okay. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.